Welcome to beautiful Florence, Kentucky on a picturesque Saturday night. It's a fireworks Saturday and the band to play after the game. It's a fun-filled Saturday evening for you at UC Health Stadium as the Florence Freedom take on the Lexington Legends. Good evening, everybody. I'm Paul Fritchner. Aaron Brody is to my right, and we will bring you the action from tonight's mid-week game, or mid-series game, I should say, of this weekend series, in which Florence already has one victory under their belt. A big one last night. It was shortened due to rain. Bizarre ending to last night's 5-2 victory for the Florence Freedom over these Lexington Legends. A couple of discussions between the umpiring crew that led to an eventual rain delay that turned into the cancellation that we saw. So a rain-shortened 7-inning game last night. But Florence notched their third win in a row here, including their victories over the Y'alls, looking for win number 4 in a row tonight. Lexington, on the other hand, these Legends looking for their first win as a team here at UC Health Stadium. As a program, only the Las Leyendas have a win at UC Health Stadium, and that was all the way back on opening night. Florence, whether it's the Freedom or the Y'alls, have been dominant here at home. They look to continue that streak again tonight, Aaron, as we see Jackson Owens and Clinton Holland on the mound for these teams.
Yeah, shaped up to be a good one. Two good arms that we'll talk about a little bit more in a moment, but I do want to start by talking about last night's win for the Freedom. We've seen it time and time again so far in the 2020 Battle of the Bourbon Trail. They're kind of a front-running team. You know, they're loaded 1 through 9. They haven't played a whole lot of nail-biting type contests, and we haven't gotten to see what it's like when they get hit in the mouth and face a lot of adversity. The Y'alls gave it to them pretty good last Friday, but the Y'alls wound up winning that game 10-1. So I was personally kind of wondering what it would be like to see the Freedom fall behind in a game, middle innings, guy on the other side is pitching a good game like we saw last night from Cass Silber, and yet the team rose to the forefront. They were punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson saying everybody's got a plan until you're punched in the mouth. Well, we found out last night that even when the Freedom are hit, they can get back up off the mat. They rallied. The rain was falling hard at UC Health Stadium, but that affects both teams. Edgar Martinez had to throw through it for the Freedom, and ultimately, with all the adversity, we saw one team kind of crumble and one team rise to the occasion, and that team happened to be Florence.
And one of the things that I said last night on the broadcast, to your point there, Aaron, is that you felt like the Florence Freedom were capable of doing that, and when you saw the Freedom go down early on in the game, you just felt like they were going to find a way to climb back out of that hole and take the lead. And eventually, even though the Lexington Legends did everything they could potentially to stop the game when the rain was coming down, as Florence had men on second and third trying to take the lead last night, and Lexington came out and tried to stop the game at that point, but Florence was able to overcome that. Eventually they did take the lead and won the game through driving rain just before 10 p.m. last night. But it was a game that had a lot of back and forth, some chippiness even at the end, and now we'll see tonight how much of that is resolved and maybe some emotion spilling over into tonight, or if that.
The guy's got tremendous stuff. He's making the transition from being a position player to being a pitcher, and he has been spectacular so far this season.
Well, we will step away for the national anthem and be back for first pitch on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network. Ready to go here on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network. Paul Pritchner, Aaron Brody with you. Jackson Owens on the mound for the Freedom, and to face him, the 1 through 9, Aaron, for the Lexington Legends to get things started.
It's going to be the same lineup we saw last night with just one change. Eric Young Jr. at the top. The table setter will play center field. Ivan DeJesus Jr. in the 2-hole at first base. Nick Akins, who has produced each of the last 9 runs the Legends have scored offensively going back to the last 2 games for Lexington this week. In the 3-hole, starting the Hart as the designated hitter. Matt Winokur plays right field, will hit cleanup. Chris Proctor, the one change, he's behind the plate and rounding out the Hart in the 5 slot. John Sandstone will play second base and hit 6. Nick King in left field in the 7-hole. And Austin Newman, Devin Hairston round out the 8-9 with Newman at third and Hairston, the speedster, at short.
Defensively for Florence, left to right in the outfield, Chad Sidio, and left, E.P. Reese in center, A.J. Bumpus in right, then Craig Massey at the hot corner at third, Tyler Fitzgerald at short, Simon Whiteman at second, Logan Wyatt at first, and Lucas Owens. It's an Owens battery tonight with Lucas Owens behind the plate and Jackson Owens on the mound.
Jackson off to a terrific start in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. This was a guy that did get some opportunities with the Florence Freedom in 2019 when they were in the Frontier League and got roughed up a little bit. We'll be honest about it. Now, he did make one start against River City, who would go on to win the Frontier League Championship Series and was a gauntlet 1 through 9. But that guy, Jackson Owens, has made maybe the biggest change in the offseason in terms of his confidence and his stuff on the mound. He looks like a pitcher now, and I'm looking forward to seeing him go toe-to-toe with the Legends tonight.
Owens toes the rubber and delivers the first pitch at 6:33 p.m., a strike down the middle, and we are underway on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network. A couple minutes before the scheduled start time on a picturesque Saturday evening. Ready to go with the 0-1 against Eric Young Jr., who skies this one into left center field. E.P. Reese over into that gap, and on the run, he makes the catch for a quick first out.
Attacking. Good job, Jackson Owens. Eric Young Jr. maybe swinging at a pitcher's pitch there, going down, trying to get one that likely was south of the zone. But Jackson knows where to attack these Legends hitters. He's seen them time and time again. Maybe not when he's always on the mound, but he's in the dugout or he's in the bullpen. No real surprises, and that's one of the biggest challenges for the offense all around in this Battle of the Bourbon Trail is you're really only playing against a couple of teams. They get quite familiar with what you do well, and Owens exploited the scouting report on Eric Young.
Ivan DeJesus Jr., another former major leaguer, takes the first pitch for a called strike. DeJesus Jr. last night had a double and a run scored. Hit in the first inning. 2 for 3 night, also with a walk. Here's the 0-1 from Jackson Owens, and it's slowing away with a fastball at 92 miles an hour, so he can dial it up there.
He sure can, and I don't know that he was touching 90 last season, but he's been in the gym, and he's been learning how to pitch, and he has been tremendous.
The 1-1. Taken into right center field. This will get down in front of A.J. Bumpus, who cuts it off before it can split the gap. And that's the first hit of the night. Ivan DeJesus Jr. goes up there swinging, and in a 1-1 count, does some damage.
Another instance in which Nick Akins will come to the plate with the man on base. That has really worked for Lexington this week, both in their series with the Yalls and their series with the Freedom. When this guy stepped in the box, he's been able to do some damage, and he has done it.
Nick Akins with a couple of home runs the other night. One more last night. Here's the first pitch. Huge swing, and he was trying to replicate that.
This is one of those guys that will hit a lot of homers because it seems like most his swings are out of his shoes. And we've seen when he barrels it up just how far that baseball sails.
The 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. That one, a fastball outside at 89. Count even at 1. See what Jackson goes to here with a runner on first, pitching out of the stretch. But time taken, I'll have to reset. One again. broken, oh my goodness. Breaking ball, and that one over the light tower in left field. Nick Akins with his 4th home run in the last 3 nights. And that breaking pitch was deposited over the left field fence for a no doubt 2-run shot.
It's really something. We just talked about it. When he makes contact, it goes a long ways and right on cue over the light tower, turning on a fastball. And again, a credit to Ivan DeJesus getting on base. Instead of these being solo shots, they've been 3-run blasts, 2-run blasts. This one of the latter variety. And once again, it's the Legends that'll have the first lead of the night, 2-0.
And again, the Freedom will have to dig themselves out of a 2-0 hole, just as we saw last night. A home run from Nick Akins. Same 2-run shot after a DeJesus hit. It's Matt Winokur. He takes the first pitch low and away for a ball outside. Winokur was batting 3rd 2 nights ago. Nick Akins was batting cleanup, but they flip-flopped. And it's paid dividends, the 1-0 pitch. And he takes it deep to right. This one's going back, and that's a no-doubter. That one's gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Lexington Legends, who are making a statement here in the top of the first.
Yeah, they really are. The guys that get paid the big bucks in the heart of the order are the guys that you have to worry about making mistake pitches too. And Jackson left a couple of pitches up to 2 hitters that know how to really abuse a pitch that is right down Broadway. And that's been the instance. A couple of no-doubters in a 3-0 lead now. And once again, we'll see the Freedom, how they react to some early adversity, getting punched in the mouth, and having to play with their plan kind of thrown out the window.
So it's Chris Proctor with 1 away. Already a 3-0 game. First pitch to him. Catches the outer half for a strike. But my, oh my, this is something we haven't really seen yet. We've seen Florence give up some runs in the later innings, but from the starters, it's been a fairly reliable outing almost every time for this pitching staff, as there's a swing and a miss. Proctor behind 0-2, but Lexington wasting no time here in this inning. Jumping out to a 3-0 lead with still only 1 out. The 0-2. Punched foul to the left side.
The good news is it's only the top of the first inning. Still a lot of time to make the adjustment, and I fully expect Jackson will do that. You can keep him right here. Try to find a way to limit the damage. This 3-run inning, a moot point.
0-2, a fastball up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Proctor and John Sansone waiting on deck. The most devastating thing about those 2 home runs were Chad Sedio and A.J. Bumpus in left and right. They didn't even move. The ball left the bat. Fastball up, but count now at 2-2. Neither of them really gave any movement after that ball left the bat. In right field, Bumpus battling the sun, which is setting over to our left. Didn't have to battle it on that hit. 2-2 pitch. Fastball up and away, and Jackson Owens is struggling.
Well, you got to credit the Legends for that. A couple of home runs will do its part to shake your confidence out there on the mound, but Jackson will just have to make that next pitch, get that next out, and it's all downhill from there for him.
The 3-2. Swung on and missed. Goes to a fastball outside. Proctor couldn't get there, and that's the second out of the inning.
Just what he needed. Proctor may have been chasing a pitch that was outside, but did have 2 strikes, so he had to protect. Couldn't touch it. And there you go. You get the strikeout, and get back in the groove, and attack John Sansone here.
Sansone batting in the 6th spot. Second baseman for the Legends, who have a 3-0 lead. After back-to-back home runs early on. A weak ground ball, but that's foul off his foot. Freedom trainer out to have a word, but he'll just go back to the dugout. Sansone appears okay. He's going to try and keep this inning alive. Last night, Florence was trailing 2-0 before answering for one and then eventually tacking on 3 more. One more insurance run as the game came to a close to seal off that 5-2 victory. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball outside, but just catches enough of the plate to be called a strike. So it's 0-2. One pitch away is Jackson Owens. Pop fly over our heads and foul. So John Sansone staying alive here with 2 outs. 6 man to bat in this inning. Owens already up to 20 pitches. Here comes 21. The 0-2. Floats it up and in at 81. Easy take for Sansone. Work Saturday and for the post-game concert as well. 1-2. And on the hands of Sansone, popped up over to the right side in foul territory, and Lucas Owens makes the play. It's a Owens battery. Lucas Owens behind the plate, Jackson Owens on the mound. And it's Lucas that makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. But now the Freedom have some work to do, but they have plenty of time. They haven't even come to the plate yet, and we'll see them for the first time in the bottom half of the first. It's 3-0 Lexington on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Bill Cunningham, the great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Bottom one now as Lexington has jumped out to an early 3-0 lead. And Aaron, what can we expect to see as far as the Florence order goes tonight?
It's going to be Massey, Whiteman, and Cedillo, the do-up trio, and the 1-2-3. Wyatt, Fitzgerald, Bumpus in the 4-5-6 spots, and the bottom third, Trejo, Reese, Owens.
EP Reese getting a start tonight. First time in a while for him that we've seen him in the action. The first pitch from Clinton Holland is a ball outside to get things going for the Florence Freedom tonight. Massey leading off, batting from the left side, the 1-0 pitch. That one catches the plate for strike one. Nick Saxton behind the plate, Joe Kimbrough on the bases. That's your umpiring crew for the evening. Here's the 1-1. Looked like he was going to a breaking pitch, but didn't break. Stayed outside for ball 2. Holland working with some very quick tempo tonight to his battery mate Chris Proctor behind the plate. There's a 2-1. He can't find the zone again. And now Massey works it ahead 3-1. Have to imagine the Florence coaching staff likes this approach. On the first at-bat, the 3-1, Massey swings. Had the green light, and he goes down to the left side, foul.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do if you're Lexington is start putting guys on base, and especially that first guy you face in the bottom half. You just got 3 runs. This is where the old shutdown inning comes into play. They need a quick inning to get that hot offense back to the plate to continue to bury the Freedom, but Massey has other plans.
The payoff pitch. Low and in with a fastball, and Massey reaches.
Great at bat, the absolute tone setter does it again. He'll hand the bat to Simon Whiteman, man at first base, nobody out. The gauntlet now underway. in this Freedom batting order, I'm telling you, no matter how many zeros you hang with this Florence team, you better score and continue to score all night, because they have batted around, I think, 6 or 7 times. Here at UC Health Stadium this season, they can hang a crooked number on you in a hurry.
Simon Whiteman, the second baseman, he takes a ball low and away. Clinton Holland struggling here through his first 7 pitches. He's only thrown 2 strikes. One of them a foul ball over to the left side. A 1-0 pitch. There's a strike to even the count at 1.
Whiteman's so fast that I still wouldn't be surprised to see him lay down a bunt in this at bat. He hasn't shown it yet through 2 pitches, but they're playing deep at third, holding the man at first. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
Out of the stretch from the first base side of the rubber. Holland, there goes the runner to second. Massey didn't get a great jump. The throw, though, goes into center field. Massey will stay at second. Pitch was outside for a ball, but a stolen base goes on the ledger for Craig Massey. And now the Florence Freedom have a runner in scoring position.
That's really good base running by Craig Massey there. A lot of times it's kind of just the no-brainer. The ball gets into the outfield, you get up, you head to third base, but that is a former major leaguer out there in Eric Young Jr. with a good arm, and Massey read that correctly. You're not much better off at third base than at second with Chad Stedio on deck. Right idea.
Simon Whiteman waits on the 2-1. Shows bunt, but the pitch gets to the backstop. That's a pass ball. That one should have been caught by Chris Proctor behind the plate. For those who may ask, I know we've had some questions about it. Just the basic difference between a pass ball and a wild pitch. For those who may not know, a wild pitch would be on the pitcher on a throw that potentially gets to the backstop, one that maybe a curveball gets spiked in the dirt, skips past the catcher, but pass ball there would be one that the catcher should have made the play on. And now we may see a pitching change.
Yeah, it looks like Holland was injured on that pitch, so somebody's going to get forced into emergency relief. Not sure if he felt something or heard something, but obviously he knows he's unable to continue, and P.J. Phillips will have to go to the bullpen. A big break for the Freedom. The starter's already out of the game. Now somebody's going to have to get warm on the game mound. We've seen firsthand how difficult that can be this season. So Lexington, after that 3 spot, basically everything going the Freedom way here in the bottom half.
Well, we will step away and take a break here as Lexington can have all the time they want to warm up here in the bottom of the first inning. Florence trailing at 3-0, a runner on third, but this might be an extended break as we see an arm get ready out of the bullpen.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Have you ever wondered what heaven fried means? After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Spencer Bivens out of the bullpen for Lexington, Aaron, as we see Clinton Holland come out of this game with an injury after only 10 pitches, and he knew it too. He threw that pitch, and he immediately went back into the dugout.
No, you hate to see that. That's usually something that's obviously serious. Anytime a pitcher throws one pitch, it gets to the backstop. We've seen it countless times in Major League Baseball, really in all levels of the game. That's one of those that you know instantly something isn't right. You're not going to worry about throwing another pitch to see if maybe you can work through it. You just know, I'm done, I'm out. So we'll certainly pray for him. Wish all the best, and if we can get an injury update, we'll relay that information on to you as well. But you definitely hate to see that. And now for Lexington, bit of an awkward transition, but you go from a guy that you had penciled in to start. He was, battling here in the first inning, gives up the leadoff walk, then in the middle of the at-bat with Whiteman has to step aside, so your plan's completely thrown in the trash can at this point. You got to bring Spencer Bivens in for elongated relief, and really, who knows how many pitchers they had travel to Florence today.
Yeah. We've seen Lexington go through a battle of attrition at points when they've played up here in Florence, although their bullpen does look fairly stocked down there right now. Some heads popped up on the bench. Can only see the heads down there. First pitch lined up the middle into center field. One pitch, one hit for Simon Whiteman as he was still in that 3-1 count. And that's a single up the middle. That run will be charged to Clinton Holland, whose line can now be closed.
Yeah, and he didn't record an out, so it's no innings, no hits, one walk, one run. It was earned, and no strikeouts.
Bivens starts Chad Sedio off with a pitch low and in for ball one. One ball, no strikes. 1-0 catches the outer half. Sedio, another power lefty bat. Another lefty waiting on deck, and Logan Wyatt. The 1-1 drifts away.
Such an unenviable spot for Bivens. You warm up on the game mound. You're feeling the pressure of trying to get the game back going again. The fans are ready to see action. Likely to cut yourself short.
2-1, there goes the runner to throw to second. Is behind Simon Whiteman, and yet another stolen base. Pitch was low and in for a ball. Florence continues to be aggressive, and they're trying to get back all 3 runs in just this inning alone.
Seizing the momentum that is swung. You almost feel for Lexington. It's been hard enough for them to get leads at times here at UC Health Stadium. They've done that each of the last 2 nights, but the Freedom can engineer offense quick, and they're relentless. They smell blood in the water. They're like great whites.
3-1, high fly ball to center field. Eric Young Jr. started to go back, now comes in on it. Throws to third, but staying at second base is Simon Whiteman. That's the first out of this bottom of the first inning.
I would already chart this up as a win for the Freedom here in the first inning just to have gotten 1 run. You got not all 9 technically still to play after allowing 3 in the first inning, but you don't have to get them all back right away. You get yourself on the scoreboard. They're threatening still with a man in scoring position for a due hitter in Logan Wyatt. They've already answered the bell and have forced Lexington to use 2 pitchers just to get through these 3 outs.
Bottom of the first, Florence trailing 3-1, and at the dish, it's Logan Wyatt, power bat, who has a very promising career in front of him, and he takes first pitch for a strike. Here comes the 0-1 out of the stretch. Bivens goes low by the shoes of Logan Wyatt. Tyler Fitzgerald, another promising young star in the on-deck circle. 1-1 pitch, grounded to second. Sansone on 2 hops, throws to first for the second out, but going second and third is Simon Whiteman.
Truly good work by Bivens so far. Obviously, he did allow the base knock to the first batter he faced that allowed Massey to cross home plate, but since then, a couple of outs. P.J. Phillips is hoping to minimize the damage, taking over with nobody out, warming up, getting thrust into game action, but he's not done yet.
And it's Tyler Fitzgerald. He goes up hacking. High fly ball down the right field line, but foul. And way out of play. So he's behind early 0-1. Florence still with only 1 hit. Trying to score a second run. The 0-1 runs inside on a fastball at 89. Almost hit Fitzgerald on the left hip. Last hope in the inning. with 2 down. The 1-1. Breaking ball, and he pops up foul down the first baseline. That will twist into the seats. Hit a table. Bounce into the Maker's Mark party patio.
It was this guy, Fitzgerald, who really got the Freedom rolling last night. Tied the game up at 2 with a solo blast. That was an absolute liner. A clutch hitter trying to come through in a clutch situation.
So now the 1-2. Fastball runs by his neck for ball 2.
He's worked it even. Early in the season, he couldn't see a fastball. Breaking balls were having good success, but he's done a good job making the adjustment, hitting breaking balls that pitchers are starting to sprinkle in those heaters now.
2-2, a fastball right down the middle. Looked like Fitzgerald was guessing, and he didn't think that pitch was coming. That one was right down the heart of the plate. Florence strands a man 90 feet away, but they still do get 1 run. Both teams have played it at least 1, but Lexington has the lead. They have 3 runs to Florence's 1. And we'll head back here for the top of the 2nd inning after a quick break on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register.
Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at KelseyChev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Well, Jackson Owens, a speed demon, and he starts off Nick King with a fastball low and in. Not wasting any time are these pitchers tonight in the top of the 2nd inning. The Lexington Legends with a 3-1 lead. A couple of fastballs now underneath the hands of Nick King, and he's ahead in a 2-0 count. The righty for the Lexington Legends, it's King, Newman, and Hairston due up here in the bottom of the 2nd. Scored 3 runs in the top of the 1st. Broken back, ground ball to short. Tyler Fitzgerald waits on the slow roller, now throws on to first in time to get King for the first down. Newman and Hairston, the bottom of the order for Lexington. Newman, the third baseman, crowding the plate. His toes on the inside part of the batter's box. Fastball runs low and in. Start off his at-bat. Nick Akins with a 2-run shot in the 1st inning, his 4th home run in the last 3 games. First home run of his tonight. Will we see more? That's yet to be seen.
Almost hard to say no at this point.
1-0 pitch crosses the plate for a strike. Now the 1-1. It bounces low for ball 2. Don't have live odds on a man to hit another home run, but I wouldn't put it past him. Here's the 2-1. Goes inside again. Austin Newman yet to take the bat off his shoulder here. 3 balls and a strike with 1 away after a quick first out. The 3-1 popped up on the infield. This one on the right side of the infield, and Lucas Owens goes over and makes a basket catch in foul territory. Second time that Lucas has been called on to make a play.
Yeah, that's a tough one for the catcher. You know, and I've been in Jackson Owens' spot in that scenario. It's a really easy play for the pitcher, but your coach to never let yourself be an option. So if you hear so much as anybody say they've got it, you back away. But that would have been an easier play for Owens and even Wyatt on the charge. But it was Owens racing towards it and on the basket, making the grab. Nice play.
Devin Hairston takes a massive cut, but swings through the first pitch. No balls and a strike to the number 9 hitter. Eric Young Jr. waits on deck if the inning gets there. Here's the 0-1. Popped up right side, foul, but it will get out of play. Nearly hits a fan.
I always had a really difficult time not making plays on pop-ups if I thought I could get there. You're in control of the game. It's your ERA. It's your batter. You just want to make sure the play is made. But Owens trusting his teammate, doing the right thing.
The 0-2 with 2 away. Called strike 3. How about that quick inning from Jackson Owens after a laborious top of the first? He comes back with a quick 1-2-3 second, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Lexington leading at 3-1 on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in Northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
It's not just a truck. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's proud, free, wild. It's a brotherhood. The Brotherhood of Tacoma. For over 50 years, Toyota has built the best, most durable, go-anywhere, do-anything trucks money can buy. That's the Toyota Tacoma. The truck that feels like it was built for you, because it is. Built in the USA. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find out more at your Toyota dealer or buy at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Bottom of the second inning. Florence was aggressive in the bottom of the first. Only got 1 run across. They left a runner on third. And we'll see what they can do here. The bottom half of the order, it's A.J. Bumpus, Cesar Trejo, and E.P. Reese due up in the bottom of the second. Lexington 3, Florence 1. I'm Paul Fritchner. Aaron Brody is sitting next to me, and we're bringing you Florence Freedom Baseball. Florence Yalls and the Lexington Las Leyendas just underway. You can watch that on the Lexington Legends Twitter page. First pitch from Bivens is outside for ball 1. Bivens taking over from starter Clinton Holland, who exited after 10 pitches. The 1-0 pitch again misses for ball 2. Fouled off down the third base line and into the playground area that on a normal summer evening would be hustling and bustling with a bunch of 4 to 7-year-olds down there. Here's the 2-1 inside on the fastball at 89. But these games feel just about as normal as they can be, sans the playground area down there. Here's the 3-1. Fastball outside, and that's a leadoff walk to Bumpus. But again, just to finish that point, credit to these fans and to the staff here at Florence for putting on the Battle of the Bourbon Trail and doing what they can to create a safe and welcoming environment for fans to be able to come back here to Florence and enjoy live baseball for the Battle of the Bourbon Trail.
It's been a success. It's been a lot of fun to watch. Florence, of course, being the 2 top teams in the thing's been a lot of fun as well.
That's true. Florence at 17-5 and Lexington at 6-16. Cesar Trejo takes this one low and away. Bivens not doing himself any favors, working ahead of these hitters.
And the Y'alls not far behind in the standings either, right there on the heels of the Freedom at 14-7.
1-0. Chop foul down the third baseline.
Rained out last night, certainly a disappointment for Brian White and company. But it sure was good to have him on the air with us. What a lot of fun that was. Get the surprise guest appearance from the first-year Y'alls manager who has such a keen eye for what he's looking for and thorough evaluations on all these guys.
Here's the 1-1 to Trejo. Low and away for ball 2. But he may be the first, or in the first year as a manager of the Florence Y'alls, but he certainly is no stranger to Florence. Been around as the pitching coach for the Freedom for quite a while. 2-1, found to the backstop.
Yeah, Dennis Pelfrey's run in Florence as the manager was 5 seasons long, and B. White joined him at the beginning of his second year. So nearly as long as Pelf was running things, B. White was his right-hand man. So I loved the hire in the offseason. I thought it was the right hire. Looking forward to seeing what B. White's able to do.
Trejo waits, and he swings through that one for the third strike of his at-bat. He goes down. He'll be retired. That's the second strikeout for Spencer Bivens.
I've actually been really impressed by Bivens, who entered the game in unenviable circumstances, but off-speed has life. He's attacking guys with the fastball. We're seeing some late run on the two-seamer. Velo appears good, and I think he's amped for the challenge.
First pitch grounded back up the middle. E.P. Reese, a seeing eye single going first to third is Bumpus. The throw will go to second, and he'll be at third standing up. E.P. Reese making something happen with less than 2 outs. It's now a sac fly, could score the run.
And I like that approach there. It did seem like Bivens was starting to get a little bit predictable, wanting to get ahead, and really trusting the fastball to do that. Not so much the breaking ball. That's kind of his eliminator pitch right now. EP had a good feeling he was going to get it if it was there. Take a swing, got the foot down, and now he's engineered another threat. Guys on the edges.
Lexington will look for a double play to get out of the threat. Lucas Owens will try to keep it going. There goes the runner to second. The throw down. Oh, it would have been in time, but instead the ball skips away, and that allows A.J. Bumpus to come on in and score. Devin Hairston at short has to make that catch. That was a throw that was right on the money. And on that error, that allows the runner to score. So now it's Lucas Owens trying to tie this game up with a runner in scoring position. Strike one, though, as he can't catch the pitch outside. 1 run at least in this inning after scoring 1 in the bottom of the first. 1-1, a check swing. He did not go, says Joe Kimbrough on the base paths.
Big fan of Dennis Pelfrey actually choosing to rock the Freedom uniform tonight. All of his social media is Pelf12. You almost forget that's his number because he's always wearing a pullover of some kind, but not today. And looking sharp with the tall socks as well.
Swung on and missed, and now Owens has the count even at 2.
Still looks like a player, does old Pelf.
He does. I'm sure he'd love to be out there.
Oh, he would.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, bottom of the second. Second base, it's E.P. Reese. Lucas Owens at the dish. Bivens on the mound, ready to go. Half swing, grounder to third. Austin Newman charges in, throws on to first. That's the second out of the inning. But that allows Reese to get to third.
That's an underrated play there. It's not often you hear people lauding for a productive out with 2 outs, but when the guy that hits behind you is hitting about 500, you love your chances to score a run with 2 outs with EP just 90 feet away and Craig Massey in the box.
Massey walked and scored the first run for the Freedom. And he was trying to give Florence the lead with that swing. A lot of these hitters not leaving anything in the tank. Nick Aikens, the only one to really catch up to it. Matt Winokur, though, he lined one hard over the fence, back to bat. Fastball that was fouled away down the third base line. Aikens really wound up and let that one fly down the third base line and went over the left field fence. And here's the 0-2 to Massey. Up, it brushes him back. Off third base, it's E.P. Reese. Massey, with slightly open stance, waggles his black bat, ready to go. And a pitch away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. The Lexington error allowing the run to score. Here's the 2-2. Swung on a foul tip. Caught by the catcher, Chris Proctor. And again, Florence leaves a runner at third to end the inning. But again, they score a run. We'll head now to the third. Florence a run in each inning. The Legends 3 in the first still allows them to hold the lead. And we'll go to the third. 3-2 Lexington on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2. Quality at a price you can afford.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Head now to the third inning. The lineup turns over for the Lexington Legends. And in for the play-by-play for the next 3, it's my partner Aaron Brody.
Thank you, Paul, and good job leading the charge today.
Thank you.
Eric Young Jr. back in the box to face Jackson Owens, who worked a quick top half of the second after allowing 3 runs to Lexington in their first at-bat tonight. It's a 3-2 game. Freedom trail by 1. Owens' first pitch of the third crosses on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Eric Young Jr., the switch hitter, hitting from the left side to face Owens. The 0-1. A little bit low for ball 1. Went ahead and queued up Dennis Pelfrey's live wireless mic in that Freedom first base dugout. He'll be with us for these 3 outs. 1-1 on the way. Hit hard towards first, but Wyatt's there. Half step to his right, he gloves the big hop. Steps on the bag himself to retire EY for out number 1. Sharp ground out brings up Ivan DeJesus Jr., who's done a good job putting the barrel on the baseball the last couple of nights. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored in this one. And was on base all 3 times last night in the rain-shortened 7-inning affair. Had a double and a single and a walk in that one. Owens always from the stretch, readies and fires and hits. Strikes on the outside corner. It'll be 0-1. Nick Akins waving the bat, waiting on deck. The one guy the Freedom and Y'alls have really struggled to solve in back-to-back series here in Florence. The 0-1 pitch to DeJesus, breaking balls down and away. Game time temperatures 81 degrees. Some scattered clouds overhead. 1-1 pitch. Very close. But outside for ball 2, and it's 2-1 to the 2-hole hitter. No threats of rain in the forecast tonight. Should be a beautiful evening and night here at UC Health Stadium. 2-1. That's in there. Off-speed pitch, called strike 2. To DeJesus' dismay as he steps out and waits to get back in, an even count with Owens. Righty deals. That's way outside for ball 3, and it'll be a full count. Owens out of Lake Dallas, Texas. Has logged pro reps in the Pecos League, and as I mentioned in the pregame, in the Frontier League last year with the Freedom. Payoff, runs too far in, and DeJesus will work the walk. So once again, Nick Akins will come to the plate with a man on base, and his Legend still in front by 1, courtesy of his 3-run shot. Or excuse me, it was a 2-run shot, and Matt Winokur followed him with a solo shot. And for Winokur, that broke up the string of 11 straight wing and a foul tip into the mitt of Lucas Owens. It'll be an early strike, 0-1.
In a developmental league like this, it's the perfect time to go after a hitter like Akins. If you're playing in games that really count as far as standings go, you might be walking him in a situation like this.
0-1, a called strike. And Akins throws his hands out and steps out, staring into the dugout, frustrated with the strike zone. Righty comes set. Long pause and time called in the box by the impatient batter, Nick Akins. Owens deals the 0-2, and he'll miss above the belt. Owens sets up out for the Owens 1-2. Here it is. Runner takes off, and it'll be ball 2. No contest from Lucas Owens, who didn't pull the trigger, and sees Ivan DeJesus Jr. now standing at second. First stolen base of the series for Ivan DeJesus, who set a minor league record in stolen bases a few years ago. 2-2 to Akins. Foul tipped into the mitt, and that's a strikeout. 2 away. And Matt Winokur to the plate. Dennis Pelfrey obviously a little bit frustrated with some of the showmanship from Akins on his mammoth homers. Trying to tempt him into flipping his bat after the strikeout, as you heard on the live mic. Hope you enjoy the extra element of entertainment that miking up these coaches brings to the broadcast. I certainly do. First pitch to Winokur at the shoe tops for ball 1. Winokur, like Akins, with the homer to start his night.
Supposedly it keeps you from breaking the hamate bone, right? Is that the idea? Or it makes you...
Another affiliated guy.
What's the idea, though?
This talented outfielder.
I know it has some
New York Mets made him a 5th-round pick in 2017. Here's his 1-0. Popped up behind home plate and out of play. Count now 1-1. There was another Brandon Phillips sighting at UC Health Stadium today. Dat Dude taking BP and fielding some ground balls prior to first pitch tonight. Second time in the last handful of days that he has done just that, but we're still waiting to see him make his debut here in Florence in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail, and just hope at some point he will. The 1-1 rolled over to first, another high chopper. Wyatt waits back, gets the big hop, and will flip to Owens covering first base for out number 3. So Jackson Owens has really responded well after allowing 3 runs in the first. He hangs a pair of goose eggs in the second and third and brings this chippy Freedom team to the plate, trailing by 1. Bottom third next at UC Health Stadium. Score 3-2 on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Rohr Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Rohr at Rohr Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are live 4200 or go to rohrins.com. Call Alvin Rohr. Call the Rohr Agency today.
Simon Whiteman in there to lead things off for the Freedom. And Spencer Bivens' first pitch splits the plate for a called strike. Count will be 0-1. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you. Bottom third. Underway. Breaking ball hit well. Diving try at third base by Newman, and he is going to be ruled to have fielded that on the short hop. He's trying to sell that he caught it while it was airborne, but that will be a single for Simon Whiteman.
I think even from up here we could tell it hit the turf.
Absolutely we could.
I thought you caught it.
Oh, well.
I think Pelf's just being nice.
You never know, baby. You never know with these guys.
It's Chad Sedio in the box with the man at
Always
first.
play it all the way through.
First pitch swing, line drive, BB down the line in right field. This is going to smack right off the middle of the wall. Whiteman will be held up at third base. Sedio hit it too hard to have anything more than a single. And runners will be on the edges in a one-run game for Logan Wyatt.
Well, that's the second time in this Lexington Legends series that we've seen a batter hit a ball off the wall for a single. We saw that happen a couple of nights ago when the Legends were playing the Florence Yalls. I believe it was Ivan De Jesus Jr. who hit one off the left field wall, went into a home run trot, and then realized it bounced off the top of the wall, and he was held to a single.
First pitch to Wyatt's at the letters, 1-0. And in Chad Sedio's defense, though, his was a line drive that was off that wall in a matter of seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Yvonne was starting the home run trot, more of a moonshot and more of an embarrassment that he ended up at first. The 1-0, that's going to be an inside strike. Boy, that's tough. A ball and a strike to Wyatt, who is 0 for 1 with the ground out to second. But can tie the game with a fly ball or a ground ball. Breaking ball's outside. It'll be 2-1. I think the Freedom would even be willing to trade the double play to tie the game at 3 here. Hairston and Sansone playing double play depth, anticipating as a 2-1 will miss up and out.
I'm going to hold him up here.
Wyatt can sit dead red, but Dennis gives Wyatt the take.
Just going to hold him up just to keep that hold in for him.
Bivens 3-1. A swing and a ground ball to second. Hairston at the bag has one, on to first in time, and scoring is Simon Whiteman. Hope I didn't jinx the guys, but that's exactly what ends up happening. It is a 4-6-3 double play, but the game is now tied at 3 apiece.
Any way to get the job done.
Tyler Fitzgerald in the box, and a first pitch. Very close, but called ball 1 to the right-handed hitter. The 1-0. Roll to third. Newman in front, has it. Long toss to first in time, and that will do it for the Freedom. But Florence has scored 1 in each of their first 3 at-bats. And now we're knotted up. We go to the 4th, 3-3 at UC Health Stadium on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming. Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassedon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
Jackson Owens will face Chris Proctor, John Sansone, Nick King. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Lexington Legends. 3-3 game, all tied up as we enter the top of the 4th inning. Middle game of a weekend set between the Freedom and the Legends. Florence trying to take the series in 2 games. Lexington trying to set up the rubber match tomorrow. First pitch to Proctor.
Boy, good pitch. Good boy.
A little bit low for ball 1. Dennis Pelfrey mic'd up with us in the Freedom first base dugout. Getting his 6th year under his belt here in Florence, Kentucky. The 1-0.
Good boy.
Trying to nibble,
Spot it, babe.
but outside again. 2-0.
Aaron, Major League Baseball submitted their proposal for how they're going to run minor league baseball over the next few years, 2021 and beyond, and they had one interesting proposal to bring up.
2-0 pitch raked into right field for a base hit single. Chris Proctor has done a good job putting the barrel on it when he's gotten the chance to catch each of the last 2 series here at UC Health Stadium, and he does so very well again here to lead off the 4th. Line drive single brings up John Sansone.
So preliminary here is that they're going to cut the number of minor league teams down to 120, which would essentially eliminate all rookie and short season teams.
First pitch to Sansone. He offers that and fouls off out of play.
But after those teams are cut, one proposal, which there's a lot of logistical hurdles to this, is something that Major League Baseball is calling the Baseball Cup, which would be similar to England's FA Cup, if you're a soccer fan, where all 10 levels of soccer play each other in a single elimination tournament.
Proctor takes off. Here's a swing and a pop-up. That's going to make its way out of play behind home plate. In and out of the hands of a couple of fans rolling into the first row of seats.
So the idea is to incorporate all major league teams and minor league teams into a single elimination tournament where, as Baseball America's article puts it, you could theoretically have the New York Yankees going to a low A team to play in a tournament. And like I said, a lot of things you have to get over there to make that happen. But
0-2's up for ball one.
As you look at ways that baseball is trying to reinvigorate itself in American culture, there's one way that you could do that, and I like that idea. I think that would be a pretty universally accepted idea to grow the game.
The 1-2 pitch from Owens swung on, foul tipped off the mask of Lucas Owens, and that's never fun. Nick Saxton will give him a chance to get set.
And the thing is, in England with soccer, if you want to compare it to that, the way the Premier League goes along with the FA Cup, those two seasons play concurrently at the same time. With the amount of games that baseball plays, you'd have to work those games of that tournament into the schedule and to an already very compact amount of time. But something to keep an eye on.
Be a lot of fun. The 1-2 popped up into shallow left field. Tyler Fitzgerald giving chase, but he'll be called off by Chad Setio, who makes the catch on the in-trot for out number one. I believe this is the first time, in fact, I can say this confidently in Florence. I don't know about Lexington. A lot of times these games played at the same time. But in all the versatility that we've seen for Freedom players, I don't know that we have seen Chad Setio play left field here at home until tonight. And that's the first time his number's been called on a fly ball out there. But even the great Setio, a man of many positions. Nick King in the box. First pitch, fouled back to the screen. It'll be 0-1.
Major League Baseball continually looking for ways to improve the game, and I think that's certainly one way to grow the game, especially if you were to have a Major League team go to maybe a small town, whereas they might not be able to.
The 0-1 to King, fouled back again. Proctor trying to take second base a couple of different times and has always had to retreat back to first on a foul ball. That'll happen again here, but yeah, not to mention just how fun that would be for minor league players who don't get the opportunity to play Major League Baseball, which is the vast majority of them, to get the chance to take the same field with some of their favorite players, heroes potentially. See where they stand. 0-2 on the way. Good breaking ball, called strike three, and King out of chances, 2 away.
The bottom of this Lexington Legends order, going 6-9, is a combined 0 for 6 tonight.
4 strikeouts for Jackson Owens, who now has Austin Newman to contend with. He'll fall behind 1-0 as this fastball was in. Yeah, there's been a precipitous drop-off for Lexington offensively once they get through that meet in the middle. The 1-0, down and away.
You know, the other thing, too, about that, Aaron, is that, like I said, accessibility, but you're right. It's giving the guys that are organizational type players, guys that fill the roles at the AA level or single A level, a chance to maybe go out and play those teams and potentially pick up a win.
2-0. Late strike call. Jackson will take it. It's 2-1.
You look at the NCAA tournament or stuff like that, see upsets happen.
Sure. I mean, there might be a prospect that's in AA that is going to be a major leaguer that shuts down a major league team. Breaking ball is going to squirt towards the backstop. It was swung on and missed, but that will allow Chris Proctor to finally move up to second, as he's been trying all inning long. Swing and a miss did bring up the count to 2-2. Deuces are all over the board.
Baseball's a crazy enough game where on any given night somebody could get hot, pitcher could get hot. Who knows? I like it. I like those new ideas that baseball is bringing to the table like that.
Owens is 2-2. Breaking ball in the left-handed batter's box and a full count. And plus, there will be plenty of major leaguers, too, who will utilize that opportunity to help kind of tutor and mentor those younger guys.
Yeah.
And, you know, it'd be a great learning lesson for the guys in the lower levels to pick up the nuances of a swing by a Mike Trout. You know, those guys that are willing to use some of their time to help develop guys in your own farm system. It's an everybody wins scenario. 3-2, fouled off Newman's foot. He'll see another pitch and a full count.
There have been some ideas that haven't been very widely accepted among the baseball community, but I think that's one that everybody could get behind, because I don't really see too many negatives from there.
Payoff. Strike 3. Swung on and missed. Make it 5 strikeouts for Jackson Owens, who hangs another 0 in the 4th and is looking sharp as we go to the bottom half. 3-3. Freedom will send Bumpus, Trejo, and Reese to the dish, trying to break the tie when we come back to UC Health Stadium on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg, proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs: sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at KelseyChev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
AJ Bumpus is in there. Bivens into the windup, and a fastball sails outside for ball 1. Welcome to the bottom of the 4th inning of a 3-3 game at UC Health Stadium. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you on a beautiful Saturday in Florence. Bivens into his wind, swung on and missed. Back foot breaking ball, got the whiff from Bumpus to even the sequence 1-1. AJ working a walk his first time up, came around to score on an error at short by Devin Hairston on a play at second base during a steal attempt. 1-1. Golfed past first, but foul. And it will be 1-2 on number 22. Freedom right-hander Jackson Owens really settling in after the rocky start. Just what you hope to see from the former Florida State alum. 1-2. That's upstairs. Count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Bivens about to throw pitch number 50 after his basically spot start.
He's done a good job. 2-2. Upstairs. Trouble. He's, for the most part, challenged hitters. And in all cases, he's limited the damage. The Freedom could have had bigger innings in all 3. We're held to just 1. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Bumpus is out number 1.
That's only the 4th strikeout for Bivens. Hasn't necessarily been overpowering the hitters. Gotten a lot of contact.
He has pitched to contact, trusting his defense to make plays, and in every instance but the one on the stolen base attempt, they've come through for him. Moderately clean game. Cesar Trejo jumps out of the way of a big breaker that caught the inside edge for a called strike. Righty deals again. Little tapper towards short. Hairston charging, gloving, and firing in time to retire Trejo for out number 2. We'll see if E.P. Reese can slow down this quick moving bottom of the 4th. He's 1 for 1 with a sharp single and promptly stole second base, so EP doing a good job in his platoon role here tonight. Not easy to get into a rhythm offensively when you're always in, out, in. Breaking ball will start him 1-0.
He went and took the first pitch to right center field his first time up.
And Bivens remembered, gave him off speed on the first pitch here in AB number 2. There's the fastball, and it's fouled off with an inside out swing. Leaving the field of play for strike number 1.
Well, I hadn't seen a rain delay yet in my time here in Florence, and last night I got treated to a 2-minute rain delay.
Yeah. That was something. What a weird finish to that ball game. 1-1's down and out.
But to a bigger point, no such event tonight. It is a gorgeous evening here in northern Kentucky.
Could say that again. 2-1. That's outside. So really trying to shy away from the fastball is Spencer Bivens facing E.P. Reese here. 3 of the 4 pitches of the off-speed variety. Now the 3-1. Raked into left field for a base hit. EP can hit to all fields. To both knees and a slide in left. Nick King gloves. Relay to second, bobbled, but EP satisfied with his second single of the night. And he brings up Lucas Owens with 2 outs.
That's a smart play in left field from Nick King to drop down to both knees and keep that ball in front of him, because with the way the ball can skip on the turf, you never really know how that second hop is going to play. Sometimes it skips low, and he was able to get down just as it hit that second hop and get in front of it.
Bivens on the first base side of the rubber, sets at the chin, and the first pitch. Lined again into left field, but they're going to have a man there. Nick King coming in and nearly playing Owens perfectly on the pitch. Makes the play easily, and that will do it for the Freedom in inning number 4. So we go to the 5th, still tied up at 3 on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we inspire students to think beyond the classroom and redraw the bounds of what's possible for their future. Students are prepared for what it takes to succeed in their careers and in life. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from the Mount are employed, going to grad school, or volunteering within 6 months of graduating. This reflects the career certainty that comes from an education at the Mount. Connect with us today by visiting msj.edu.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
Legends right-hander Spencer Bivens logs his first scoreless frame of the evening. And we go to the 5th. Knotted up at 3, Freedom and Legends in their middle game of a weekend series here in Florence, Kentucky. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you. as the 9-1 two-hitters come to the plate to face the reinvigorated right-hander Jackson Owens, who allowed 3 runs in the first but has hung 3 straight zeros ever since. Righty has his pitch, and he fires, missing upstairs for ball 1 to Devin Hairston. Hairston young to Jesus, and if one man reaches, that man Akins. The 1-0. Very close, but in for ball 2. We combine the best of both worlds from a promotions perspective tonight at UC Health Stadium. It's fireworks meets rockin' Saturday. 2-0 and a called strike. Fastball at 89, backed up and stayed on the edge to make the count 2-1. Pitch on the way. Late swing and a miss. And we're evened up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lexington with 4 hits, the Freedom with 5. But each team with 3 runs. Here in the 5th frame. 2-2. Lifted in the air to right field, but this one's going to find its way out of play. Another 2-2 will be upcoming from Jackson Owens. Told you he did pitch at Florida State. It was an abbreviated stay there. Finished his collegiate career, and an excellent collegiate career at that, at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, where he shined as a position player, earning all conference accolades. 2-2 brushes Hairston back. Now a full count to start. Payoff. Popped up on the infield, shortstop side, and the shortstop Fitzgerald making the catch, backing into shallow center. 1 away.
Huge credit here to Jackson Owens for settling down after that shaky first. And since he allowed that home run to Matt Winokur, he's only allowed 1 walk and 1 single.
That is getting back on track for sure. Half the production in the hit column coming in that first frame, and both homers. Fastball will start Eric Young Jr. in the hole, 0-1.
Yeah, they're 1 for 13 with a single and a walk since then.
As you say, that'll play. The 0-1. Chopped to first and foul. Nothing but strikes on Eric Young Jr. Postseason should be a lot of fun in this Battle of the Bourbon Trail. It's going to be short-lived, best of 3 series, so we could see a minimum of 2 games if one team gets hot. When you think about the Legends having the prospects of Eric Young Jr., Yvonne DeJesus, Brandon Phillips in that batting order, 0-2 upstairs for ball 1. That could be a really fun lineup to go watch with everything on the line. And on the Florence side, we've seen countless all-star worthy players who will be making their case to be on that roster. 1-2 pitch going upstairs and getting the foul tip, but squeezed by Owens. And that's a strikeout and the 6th of the night for Owens. 2 outs now on the top of the 5th for Yvonne DeJesus Jr.
And Aaron, what's the setup for the playoffs here? Is it 1 home game each, with the 3rd being played at the better team's stadium? Or
that's what I initially thought, but I was told the other day that Florence will host just 1 game regardless. No, it's disappointing. First pitch to Yvonne. A swing and a pop fly that'll land on the grassy berm and right for an early strike.
Do you know which game that would be?
I
1
do
or
not.
2? Okay.
I believe it's going to be game 1. And the series will wrap up with 2 in a row in Lexington, but do not quote me on that. The 0-1 looked very good, but must have been upstairs for ball one. Another productive night for DeJesus, a single and a walk, and on base both times. He's been a problem. The 1-1 to him. Outside. Looking like the black of the plate isn't there tonight for either pitcher. Owens deals and will miss down for ball three. Righty leans in, gets the pitch, now sets and fires, and will miss. A 5-pitch walk to Ivan DeJesus Jr. brings up Nick Akins with 2 outs. A man at first base.
And so far in this series, Nick Akins has been way more dangerous than Ivan DeJesus Jr. has been. The pedigree would say differently, but with the way they're playing right now, granted, Florence has been pitching around DeJesus, but still, Akins, 4 home runs.
And ahead in the count here. A fastball will miss out.
Every time tonight, DeJesus has been on for Akins.
And that was the case last night as well. And I believe that was the case a couple of nights ago when Akins was hitting in the cleanup spot, that the man in front of him was on base every time. Time called, late time granted. Akins steps out, and the pitch looked good, but it won't count, as Owens has to battle some frustrations on the mound. A couple of different things. One, the late time call that was granted to Nick Akins, and 2, the recently shrinking strike zone behind the plate with Nick Saxton. Owens wants to work corners facing these big-time hitters, and he's being forced to go more middle third. Here's a swing and a line drive to center with slice. E.P. Reese got a good read, makes the catch to squeeze the liner for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-3 your score as Owens continues to groove on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group.
1-2-3 due up for the Freedom. Massey, Whiteman, Stedio to face Bivens, whose first pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to Craig Massey. Massey 0 for 1, worked a walk and scored a run. 0-1 pitch in on the hands and fouled over the netting. During the break, Paul, we were talking about Spencer Bivens, and you're very impressed with how he's performed here tonight.
Yeah, 61 pitches on essentially a spot start. After the starter for Lexington, Clinton Holland, came out after only 10 pitches suffering an injury. We don't have an update on him yet. Hopefully he's okay. But in the top of the first, or excuse me, the bottom of the first inning, he came out and he threw a pitch. It got to the backstop, and he never broke stride. He just headed straight for the dugout. He knew whatever was bugging him was aggravated.
0-2's fouled back to the screen. A couple straight foul balls off the bat of Massey, who's still in the abyss of a 2-strike count.
And you just never want to see that so early on in a game. It's not fatigue.
Yeah, I'd hope not after 10 pitches. The 0-2. Fouled off the foot. Breaking ball at 78 from Bivens, who's had a good differential tonight. The hook in the 70s and the fastball that's approached 90. Bivens, a tall drink of water, 6'5", 205, out of State College High School and Rogers State University. Will miss out, making the count 1 ball and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter for the Freedom. I'm willing to wager will be on that postseason roster, given his performance this season. Fastballs at the eyes to even his count at 2. Righty takes a deep breath, rocks into the windup, and a foul ball off the bat of Massey. More good fight as Massey gets the pitch count up there.
Yeah, this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat.
Should specify pitch count in the inning. As you already pointed out, the pitch count's actually been pretty superb for Bivens, given the fact he's already through 4 complete. 2-2 now. Tempting but upstairs. A full count. Massey showing good discipline. Started to make the move to swing, but stopped well short. Here comes Bivens. Breaking balls in the turf, and Massey works his 2nd walk of the night to bring up Simon Whiteman with a man aboard and nobody out.
Pitch at bat that ends in a walk. That's discipline. You can see on that pitch before he didn't chase. He wanted it, but he stopped his hands on a fastball that ran across his chest. That's a pitch that a lot of hitters like to chase. You see it coming. You think maybe it's going to break. Maybe on a fastball you like to get over the top of it and drive it.
First pitch to Whiteman, a breaking ball. Massey takes off from second. From his knees, Proctor's throws not in time. And Massey has his 2nd stolen base of the evening. Four stolen bases for Craig Massey in this series. 2 in each of the first 2 games. Result of the pitch was a called strike to Whiteman. And here's his 0-1. He'll lay down a bunt, but it's foul. Back behind the plate. Massey now with 15 stolen bases on the season. Here's the 0-2. And a strikeout. Swinging and missing was Whiteman, who's out number 1.
5th strikeout. You could see on that one, Whiteman pulled his foot out, swung away from that pitch. Wasn't a very dedicated swing there, went chasing.
It's now Chad Sedio's turn. And he's ahead. Fastball misses downstairs. Go ahead run in scoring position in a 3-3 game. Bottom 5. Bivens 3 looks to second now, the 1-0. Good breaking ball swung on and missed. Sedio already with a knock under his belt tonight. A line drive off the middle of the wall and right. Spin move to second, but nobody was there. And Massey can walk back to the base. The 1-1 pitch. Inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the feared left-handed hitter. And Battle of the Bourbon Trail leader in homers, Chad Setio. 10 on the year. Here's the pitch. Fly in to center. Eric Young Jr. is there. He'll make the grab. Massey deking the tag. And he'll stay put there at second. 2 outs now for Logan Wyatt.
It's good contact there from Setio, looking for the gap in left center. Didn't wait long enough.
First pitch to Wyatt. Just big swing and a miss. Back foot breaking ball. Got the whiff.
He's pulled both of his at-bats so far tonight, both to second base, one for a double play.
Bivens comes set, staring at Massey, now offers home and nearly hits Wyatt. 1-1. Still your breakout candidate, this cleanup hitter Wyatt. Could put the Freedom in front. The 1-1 downstairs. Breaking ball bounced on the plate.
My guess would be this is the last inning for Spencer Bivens on the mound. You can see a lefty already warming up for Lexington.
Pitch on the way. Above the belt. And this is exactly where Dennis Pelfrey wants to see his cleanup hitter Logan Wyatt. Ahead 3-1. The go-ahead run at second. And a predictable fastball count. Should he get it? Everyone in Florence and a good crowd at that. Would love to see how far this guy can hit it. Here comes the pitch. It was off speed and called strike 2. Got to credit Bivens for not giving in. That's the Chad Rhodes mantra. Just because 3-1 dictates fastball doesn't mean you have to oblige. If you can locate. Payoff. Tapper to first, a 1-hopper to Jesus. Boots the backhand. Massey's going to round third but stay there. And runners will be on the edges at first and third with 2 outs as Tyler Fitzgerald will get a chance to swing the stick here in the 5th.
That could be a costly error as Florence can extend the inning here. Allowing Tyler Fitzgerald to come to the plate with a runner at third.
Tyler Fitzgerald will get the chance in a money spot. He's come through in the clutch. Just got to turn 1 page back in the scorebook to see the time in which he did, tying the game at 2 last night in the middle innings, which turned out to be the late innings as the game was called due to rain in the 7th. Here's the first pitch to him. Looked to be there, but ruled ball 1. Would be mere speculation to guess where it missed. A late strike call and a nod from Fitzgerald, who agreed.
Saxton has taken his time on some of these strike calls tonight.
It's always the ones that are on the black. Sometimes it'll be balls, other times it's late strike calls when he really thinks about it. 1-1. That's a ball, no doubt. In the left-handed batter's box. as Fitzgerald takes the edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fitz 0 for 2 tonight with a backwards K and a ground out to third.
Well, after I criticized Saxton last night for the way he handled the end of the game, I have to give him some credit for his strike zone tonight, because it wasn't actually Nick Saxton behind the plate.
Late swing on the 2-1.
We found out that there was a late substitution to the umpiring crew behind the plate last night, and it wasn't Saxton in charge.
It was the man on the base paths, Joe Kimbrough. So sorry for slandering your name, Nick, if you listen to this on the Florence Y'all's YouTube channel after the game tonight. 2-2 pitch in left-handed box again. Taking off for second and having it without a throw is Logan Wyatt. Runners now at second and third with the count full to Tyler Fitzgerald.
Definitely the biggest pitch of the game. We're halfway home. Tie game, 2 in scoring position with a big hitter at the plate.
Yes, sir. Payoff. Downstairs and a walk. So it will be A.J. Bumpus who gets the opportunity, but he might not face Spencer Bivens. Legends manager P.J. Phillips, a slow walk to the mound, and now the point. And you got to take your cap off to Bivens, who battled all night long and was thrust into action in emergency relief after 10 pitches thrown from the starter, Clinton Holland, but he handled himself well. But will need some help. All 3 runners on base on his charge. Just 1 out to find, and a lefty coming in to find it. Stats and info on the incoming hurler when we come back to UC Health Stadium on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Toyota is making a difference right here in America, investing $23 billion, helping create over 470,000 jobs, building over 25 million vehicles here, including Toyota Camry, America's best-selling car, one of 11 different Toyotas built in the USA, with Toyota Care 2-year no-cost maintenance included. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
You earn points on all your purchases and get 3% back in rewards and access to exclusive deals and events. It's simple. Points lead to cash to buy gear so you can play more sports. Get your Dick's scorecard and start earning reward certificates today. Every season.
Jackson, Kentucky. 3-3 game, and the bases juiced with 2 outs. Bottom 5.
And these are all unearned runs on the bases because an error is what extended this inning.
Pitch on the way, swinging away, but coming up empty. Bumpus will fall behind 0-1. It's Massey at third base, Logan Wyatt at second, and Tyler Fitzgerald at first. The 0-1. Bender stayed up. Slow curve at 66. Makes the count 1-1. Hamilton sets up against the chest. And the 1-1 to Bumpus. Outside for ball 2. Snap throw to third base, but Massey is back. Bumpus 0 for 1 with a walk. Scored a run back in the second. Hamilton on the third base side of the rubber. Offers the 2-1, line towards the gap in left center field. This one's trouble, and this one's going to get down and bounce off the Drees home sign. 2-run score. Getting the wave is Tyler Fitzgerald, and he'll score. A.J. Bumpus clears the bases and puts the Freedom in front 6-3 with a 2-out double.
So that closes the line for Spencer Bivens. He allows those 3 runs, but all unearned, as the inning would have concluded if Ivan DeJesus Jr. had not committed that error, which comes back to bite them.
Cesar Trejo next in line. The Freedom have a little bit of breathing room all of a sudden in a 3-run game. But one more duck on the pond in scoring position if they can continue the merry-go-round with 2. Fastball is going to squirt by Proctor, rolling towards that Legends third base dugout. Bumpus moves up 90 feet, and the ball may have ended up in the dugout, so he'll stay there. The 1-0. Foul tipped. 1-1. Big deep breath from the pitcher, and his 1-1. Slow curves outside. 2 balls and a strike. One pitch. A swing and a drive deep left center field. This one's got its eyes on the scoreboard. A 2-run blast and a no-doubter for Cesar Trejo, and make it 8-3 Freedom.
Look at how costly that error was. 5 runs in this inning, and all of them coming after that error.
Now it's E.P. Reese. This is why we talk about it. Teams, you got to continue to have your foot on the throttle. Try to get to 15 runs if you can facing Florence. His fastball was there on the outer half to even the count 1-1. Much easier said than done. When you look at the numbers in the Florence pitching staff, you'll understand why, but no lead is safe. And no hot start hot enough, it appears, as a breaking ball misses in. 2-1. That threat for the Freedom to bat around is just ever present. And here you look up. 8th man to come to the plate in this inning. Broken bat, slow roller to second. This should do it. In front is Sansone, and on time at first for out number 3. But 8 guys come to the plate in a 5-run barrage that features a bases clearing 3 RBI double for A.J. Bumpus and a 2-run shot that immediately followed off the bat of Cesar Trejo. And now the Freedom lead 8-3 as we go to the 6th at UC Health Stadium on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Cunningham, the Great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart. Make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever made M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
And for the play-by-play, my partner, Paul Fritchner.
Thank you, Aaron. Through 5 innings, Jackson Owens hurled a phenomenal game. He got off to a rough start, allowed those 3 runs in the first inning, but settled down after that. Lexington hitters were 1 for 16 with 2 walks over the next 18 plate appearances. Leading off here in the top of the 6th inning, it's Matt Winokur. He hit a home run, a screaming line drive of a homer into the Florence bullpen in right field, his first time up, and grounded out to first in his second plate appearance. So he's ripped a couple of balls down the right field line. Here's the first pitch to him, and it's up and in for ball 1. Jackson Owens, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Winokur, Proctor, Sansone due up here in the 6th. As Florence holds an 8-3 lead. A 1-0 pitch, low and inside. Now 2-0 as some more cotton candy skies. The 2-0 now. Ripped down the first base line and foul. One for 16 were the Lexington hitters after Jackson Owens settled down in that first inning. The 3-1, again foul down the first base line. That ball ricochets into right field. Florence has found a way to respond. Three balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter here in the 6th. And Winokur takes it up and in. And this is the spot where, again, you want maybe a shutdown inning after scoring 5 in the bottom half of that 5th inning. Like to go to the bullpen and get that shutdown frame, but not so to this point. That was a long at-bat. Winokur works a walk, and the leadoff base runner is on for the visitors from Lexington, who come in here with a 6-16 record. Legends still looking for their first win in Florence. Chris Proctor takes it across the inside part of the plate. No balls into strike. Proctor 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the 4th. His last time up. The 0-1. Breaking pitch. 69 miles an hour across the plate for strike 2. Proctor struck out. Singled to lead off the 4th, but then it was 3 straight outs to set down the order after that from Jackson Owens. The 0-2. Ripped to first. Caught! The tag not applied in time. That looked close, but there's no replay. That ball was snagged at first by Logan Wyatt. the Freedom want to appeal. We'll go down to Dennis Pelfrey here and see what he has to say.
Good boy, Bart. Hey, can you... You got him, right? Yeah. That was nice.
So a discussion between Joe Kimbrough and Nick Saxton, and they're going to say he didn't tag him. So Winokur back in time. That looked from here to be a double play. John Sansone, who's 0 for 2. He takes it upstairs for ball 1. Merck looked to have a quick couple of outs in this inning. But now he battles as Matt Taronis warms up in the bullpen. There's the 1-0. It's fouled off the end of the bat toward the Freedom dugout. A ball and a strike. A swing, and that one held on to by Lucas Owens. One ball and 2 strikes, 1 away. Top 6, Freedom ahead by 5. The 1-2 popped up. This one behind the plate, and Lucas Owens can't see it. And that ball falls to the turf. Dennis Pelfrey on the live mic saying he lost it too. One ball, 2 strikes still to Sansone. Looking for his first time on base. A slightly closed stance for the second baseman. He fouls this one to the right side. The only thing that does for Florence is it creates some extra pitches. The 1-2 swung on and missed. What a performance there. Go out and get him. A swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 7 for the team. Looks to be ready in the bullpen, but looks like they're going to let Merck face Nick King. King fouls the first pitch to the backstop to the left. Over to the Lexington on deck circle. King 0 for 2 tonight, ground out to short and a strikeout looking. The bottom of this Lexington order has not done much. Now a deep grounder to short, long throw to first. The pick out of the turf in time. What a play from Fitzgerald to Logan Wyatt. That's a tough play at first for Logan Wyatt to make as he has to dig that one out of the turf. But he does it in time, makes it look easy, and Florence is out of the inning, having only allowed the leadoff walk. Harrison Merck pitches around that, and we'll head now to the bottom of the 6th with Florence on top, 8-3 on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes. And we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Bottom of the sixth here in Florence. And the leadoff batter is Lucas Owens. Swings through that one, and now it's in a 1-1 count. Owens 0 for 2 tonight. The only member of this Florence Freedom lineup to not reach base. Now 1-1, and he takes three. So the lineup turns over for Craig Massey, who led off the fifth inning. He walked, came around to score, and that's what started that massive Freedom rally in the fifth inning, in which the Freedom scored 5 runs. First pitch to Massey, called a strike, a breaking ball over the outer half. But more importantly, all 5 runs scored after Ivan DeJesus Jr. at first base committed an error that should have been the third out. Here's the 0-1. Popped up left side of the field. This is drifting toward the foul line. Will it stay in play? It will. And Nick King makes a tough catch. He almost overran that one, but in foul ground, makes it for the second out. And Simon Whiteman now, who is 2 for 3. A couple of singles and a run scored. Bottom of the sixth, 8-3 Florence. The 0-1 goes to that same breaking ball, but this time it's low. Count now even at 1. Alex Hamilton still the arm on the mound. Working quickly, the 1-1. Fastball up across the chest. Have to see if Taronis is ready for the next inning from Florence, or they go back to Harrison Merck. 2-1 at 78. Slider over the outer edge. Evens the count at 2. So he got ahead with a strike, worked back with 2 straight balls. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. And again, Simon Whiteman the same way he did in the previous at-bat. He pulled that back foot out, went swinging at a pitch up, and he couldn't make contact. Strike 3. He goes down on strikes, and we'll head to the 7th.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
The lefty, Matt Taronis, takes over in the top of the 7th inning from Harrison Merck, who finished just throwing that one inning. Did not allow a hit, did not allow a run. He walked one, and he struck one batter out. So pretty efficient top of the 6th. Florence has scored in 4 different innings tonight, 1 run apiece in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd before a 5 spot in the bottom of the 5th. And that has been the difference in this game tonight. All 5 of those runs, if you're just joining us, came after an error at first base by DeJesus. He makes that play. We head on into the next inning at 3-3, but instead tried to backhand a baseball, went off the heel of his glove, and here we stand at 8-3. Matt Taronis will face Austin Newman, Devin Hairston, and Eric Young Jr. to start off this top of the 7th. First pitch from Taronis is called a strike over the inner half. Taronis making his 6th appearance here. Pop-up foul over our heads. He works ahead 0-2. Taronis has thrown 7 1/3. He's allowed 11 hits. His ERA at over 12. He's allowed 10 earned runs. But there's a strong start to his outing. A 3-pitch strikeout. That one looking. 8 strikeout for Florence pitching tonight. The first for Taronis. Devin Hairston, who he pops one foul down the first base line. Out of play. Six through 9 in this Lexington order is 0 for 11 with 5 strikeouts tonight. 5 through 9 is only 1 for 14 with 6 strikeouts. The 0-1 pitch, fastball out. So the bottom half of the order just not getting it done. Top half of the order has all 3 runs. They all came in the top of the first. The 1-1 pitch. Hairston lines it on one hop. Snagged by Fitzgerald at short. The throw over to first is not in time. It gets under the glove of Logan Wyatt, but that's a hit. An infield hit, but even better for Tyler Fitzgerald to keep that ball on the infield. Hard hit, ground ball to the left side. And Devin Hairston beats out the throw. See if maybe he takes off for second, as Lexington has to try to muster something with 8 outs remaining. Broken bat, line drive back up the middle, one hop to second base. Simon Whiteman steps on the base, throws to first, not in time. Eric Young Jr. beats it out. The fielder's choice, he reaches. Ivan DeJesus Jr. been on all 3 times today to set the table for Nick Akins, who follows, but this time with 2 outs. Can he reach again? Taronis starts him off with a pitch low and in. DeJesus spits on it. We'll reset in a 1-0. 2 away, top of the 7th. Florence comfortably in front by 5. Runner on first is Eric Young Jr. EY with a short lead. Pitch home, a fastball outside. Lucas Owens thought that was strike 1 in this at-bat. 8 runs on 7 hits for the home team. 3 on 5 for Lexington. They've not done themselves any favors in the field. 2 errors. The 2-0 pitch. This time inside, and again Owens pauses before delivering the ball back to the pitcher as he thought that was strike 2, but instead it's ball 3. Instead of a 1-2 count, it's 3-0. From the middle of the rubber, the lefty out of the stretch delivers. And a fastball, a 4-pitch walk to DeJesus, his third consecutive walk tonight. And now, here's Akins to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Every single time tonight and every time last night, Akins came to the plate with DeJesus on base. Nick Akins has been on fire. 2 home runs 2 games ago, a home run last night, and a home run already tonight. 4 home runs in his last 3 games, and they have not been close. No doubters to left field. Top of the 7th here, 2 down for Akins. The first pitch, and he goes deep to left again, but this time foul. And he is not getting cheated. Nick Akins is putting on a show. I'd like to see a home run derby featuring this guy at the plate. Even the foul balls have gone 1,000 feet. Here's the 0-1 to him. Deep to left. Did he do it again? It's off the base of the wall. Akins will just hold up at first, and only 1 run scores. I think he thought it was a home run. He went into a home run trot, and it's only a single, so a run scores, but only 1 run. DeJesus Jr. goes first to third. That makes it an 8-4 game. Matt Winokur at the plate. Runners on the corners and 2 down. A fastball over the inner half called for a strike. Maybe one of the most impressive players we've seen here at the Battle of the Bourbon Trail, having a masterful 3 days. No balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Top of the 7th, the 0-1. Line to short, but that'll get into left field. Another run will score. DeJesus comes around from third. Now slowly but surely, here comes Lexington, and it's a 3-run game, the tying run at the plate with 2 outs. Lexington not going quietly. We haven't really seen them mount this kind of a rally too much this year. Once Florence has gotten on top in their games, they've pulled away. Not so the case tonight. 2 runs here in the 7th, still 7 outs left to record. And Chris Proctor, 7th batter of the inning against Matt Taronis. And a fastball is spiked in the turf. Lucas Owens hit by this one. I think he blocked it up in an awkward position. He is down and might need to catch his breath. Owens has collapsed in the left-handed batter's box, and hopefully he's okay. Might just need some time to walk this one off. But we'll reset for you here while Owens recovers. Eric Young Jr. has scored as well as Ivan DeJesus Jr. Both scored in this inning. Austin Newman started the inning off with a strikeout. Devin Hairston singled, but he was thrown out. And with 2 outs, all of this action has happened. EY hit into a fielder's choice, and DeJesus walked. Akins and Winokur back-to-back singles. That single from Akins is only marked as a single in the book, but he was about 5 feet from his 5th home run in 3 games. after fouling off a ball down the left field line that went probably 700 feet and about 600 feet in the air. Top of the 7th, Chris Proctor. It's still a 1-0 count, the lefty with a wide open stance. Waits, and he fouls this one off to the left side. One ball, one strike, 2 away. A 3-run game now as Lexington has crept back into it. Tying run at the plate. The 1-1 shows bunt and a fastball down the middle. Now Toronis just one good pitch away. He's only thrown 18 pitches in this inning, but it seems a lot longer than that as he's facing his 7th batter. Toronis has labored in this 7th inning. Lexington has evened it up in the hit column. But here's the 1-2. Weak ground ball down the first base line. This one's rolling and it'll get foul. So fresh life for Chris Proctor, who will get another chance at the plate. He was hustling down the line and honestly might have beat that out had it stayed fair. But instead, he'll just walk on back down the base path, collect his bat, step back into the box. This game just over 2 hours old. We're at 2 hours and 14 minutes now in the top of the 7th inning. On a fireworks Saturday here in Florence, as well as a rockin' Saturday. Band to play after the game. All of the festivities bringing out a great crowd here at UC Health Stadium tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Toronis from the middle of the rubber with those high socks. Comes into the set position, pitch home, breaking pitch, and he got him to swing and miss. Went to that slider, and he got out in front of it. Toronis does allow 2 runs, but he works himself out of the jam with the tying run at the box. A couple of strikeouts in the inning, and we will head to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch in Florence. It's 8-5. The Freedom lead it on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in Northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
It's not just a truck. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's proud, free, wild. It's a brotherhood. The Brotherhood of Tacoma. For over 50 years, Toyota has built the best, most durable, go-anywhere, do-anything trucks money can buy. That's the Toyota Tacoma. The truck that feels like it was built for you, because it is. Built in the USA. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find out more at your Toyota dealer or buy at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Chad Sedio leading off here in the bottom of the 7th inning as Florence tries to get back those runs that they allowed in the top half of this inning. 8-5 with 2 runs in the top of this inning. And Chad Sedio takes the first pitch for a strike, then fouls off the 0-1 to the left side. So quickly behind 0-2 against Alex Hamilton, who came in the 5th. And he allowed a home run, but that home run was charged to Spencer Bevins. inherited a bases loaded situation, gave up a double, cleared the bases, and then 2-run homer. 1-1 a strike, now the 1-2 a foul ball. Ball and 2 strikes with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Cedillo leading off, a couple of flyouts to center. The 1-2, and it bounces through the right-handed batter's box. One thing Florence has done tonight is they have worked long at-bats, seeing a lot of pitches. Fouling pitches off, spoiling at-bats, the 2-2. There's another foul ball. If Proctor hangs on there, it's a strikeout, but unable to do so. Cedillo gets some more life. Cedillo, Wyatt, Fitzgerald due up here in the bottom of the 7th. Florence posted 5 runs in the 5th, all with 2 outs after an error. Cedillo, another foul ball to the left side. But DeJesus at first base could have ended the inning. Chad Cedillo, the left fielder, battling. Here comes the 8th pitch of this at-bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The leadoff batter. 2-2 outside with a bender at 71 miles an hour. Umpire, even on the appeal, they make the call at home plate. Nick Saxton rings up Cedillo. That's the 2nd strikeout for Alex Hamilton. Logan Wyatt reached on an error and scored. He's the one that got it all started in the 5th with 2 outs. First pitch to him outside for ball 1. After a couple of ground outs to begin his night, and a half swing goes through that pitch, even the count at 1. Grounded out to second in the 1st, then grounded into a double play in the 3rd, and again grounded to the right side of the 5th, but DeJesus couldn't make the play. 1-1, low and away, and it's 2-1. 2-1 now. Popped up left side, twisting into foul territory. This will be a tough play for anybody, and it gets down to the turf. The count even at 2. Fielders will have to jog back and reset with 1 away in the 7th. As we've seen Wyatt battle, but now what can he do with it? Can he get his first hit of the night? 8 of the 9 starters for Florence have reached base. The only one not to is Lucas Owens in the 9 spot. 2-2 outside the Lexington dugout like that pitch. But Nick Saxton behind the plate thought it was outside. So the count's full with 1 out still. 8 runs on 7 hits for Florence. The 3-2. That's strike 3. And a 3rd consecutive out via the strikeout. Hamilton dialing it up. And that's 6 straight outs since the home run by Cesar Trejo in the bottom of the 5th. Hamilton has worked himself into a groove. Tyler Fitzgerald at the plate, walked and scored in that 5th inning. Also a strikeout and a ground out. Goes up hacking, but can't make contact with the first pitch. No balls and a strike. 2 away, bottom of the 7th. 8-5. Freedom in front by 3. Off the third base side of the rubber, here comes the 0-1. A bender And there goes a long fly ball. Tyler Fitzgerald takes it to deep left, but from center field into the left center gap, Eric Young Jr. catches it for the third out. So a lot of pitches were thrown, but not a lot of action. 2 strikeouts and a fly out to end the 7th. And we'll go now to the 8th. Florence on top by 3 on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2. Quality at a price you can afford.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Back for the 8th and in for the play-by-play for a new pitcher. It's my partner Aaron Brody.
Thank you, Paul. Darian Fleming will take over on the bump for the Florence Freedom. A 3-run game. Florence in front 8-5 and looking to take their weekend series with the Lexington Legends. In the first 2 games of the series, the Lexington has scored the last 2 runs in this one, has salvaged some momentum. After their hot start tonight, it was basically all Freedom, but the 2-run 7th for the Legends has them within striking distance. Matt Taronis will be limited to 1 inning of relief tonight, but 3 straight lefties on in relief for the Freedom, counting Fleming, who will miss outside with the first pitch changeup. John Sansone in the box to lead things off for the Legends. It'll be Sansone, King, and Newman in a 3-run game. Fastball's out. 2 balls, no strikes. Sansone 0 for 3, a strikeout, a pop out, and a fly out. Really just missing a ground out on the ledger. Maybe that comes here. No, it will not. High fly ball, shallow in left field. Major league pop up. But Cesar Trejo, battling the lights, makes the catch. It's actually substitutions defensively for the Freedom here in the top of the 8th inning. That's Johnny Knight, the 4th in left field. Chad Sedio from left now at 2nd. And still Massey at 3rd, Fitzgerald at short, and Wyatt at 1st. Back foot breaking ball misses inside to Nick King. It'll be 1-0. Fleming into his windup and the pitch. That's across. 2-seamer was there. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a drive way back in left, and this one will be gone. Nick King got every bit of it. And the Legends have now scored 3 unanswered and trail by 2, 8-6. Big fly brings up Austin Newman. Time will be called as Dennis Pelfrey comes out and wants to have a chat with Nick Saxton. We'll go to his live mic. Looks like we got some sort of a bat controversy here. Nick King's stick getting checked out by Joe Kimbrough and Nick Saxton. Dennis Pelfrey appealing that there is something illegal with the bat that just made it a 2-run game. Will we see a pine tar incident of our own here at UC Health Stadium tonight? Bat wasn't broken on the homer, so it can't be a corked issue, but they are checking what looks to be the tape job to see if the tape job's up too high on the handle. Saxton brings Pelf out. Let's listen in.
We can't tell if the bat's composite, so we're not going to call an out on the field to take that back. But we are going to take the bat and give it to you. Just give it back to him. Just give it back to him. Just give it back to him. Yeah. It says Pro Maple on it. Yeah, I read it.
So it wasn't the tape job that was the issue.
It could be, yeah.
It was that it might be a composite wood bat, which of course would be illegal.
Yeah.
But much ado about nothing. Austin Newman will lay off a first pitch fastball that missed upstairs for ball 1. The home run will stand. Scores 8-6. Freedom in front. The 1-0. 5-3 to retire Newman for out number 2. In steps Devin Hairston. The Legends down to their final out in the 8th. But the Nick King homer, an important one.
He stole it from Fitz.
That I'll explain after this first pitch to Hairston.
Good boy.
Breaking ball and a little miss. Look close. Ball 1. But had Nick King gotten out, it could have been Hairston, Young, DeJesus in the 9th. You could have avoided facing Akins. Here's a ground ball to second. Sedio will wait on it. On to first base in time. And Dennis offering a little bit of foreshadowing on that ground ball. If you caught it, he said Joe Doherty. So it will be big ol' number 25 to close another one down in the 9th. But first, the Freedom have one more plate appearance, at least. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Florence by 2, 8-6 on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Hey, Flynn, nice shot.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Bill Cunningham, the great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
Return to the action, bottom of the 8th. 8-6 the score. The Freedom in front of the Lexington Legends and looking for a series victory in the middle game of their weekend set with Lexington. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you. The lefty Alex Hamilton will step aside after 2 1/3 innings of admirable work tonight. He did allow 2 runs on the 2-run shot from Cesar Trejo, but they were both unearned in that 5th inning that was extended after the error at first base with 2 outs by Ivan DeJesus Jr. Hamilton would work quickly in the 6th and 7th, facing the minimum in each instance, and now hands the ball to a tall right-hander who doesn't appear to be on the Legends roster. A.J. Bumpus in the box, and a first pitch fastball will get a late swing, 90 on the radar gun. Pitcher wearing number 44, there is not one, but we all believe this could be Carl Bryce, the 6'5", 250-pound right-hander out of Jackson, Mississippi. 0-1 on the way to Bumpus. Back foot slider was down low for ball 1. So as we have in the past, we'll just go with it.
Why not?
It's Carl Bryce. Always from the stretch and on the first base side of the rubber. The 1-1. Down and in. 3 balls and a strike to Bumpus, who would be the player of the game tonight for my money. His bases loaded and bases clearing double back in the 5th inning. Crucial in the Freedom's endeavor to take their first lead tonight. Fastball was upstairs. It'll be 3-1 as Bryce has got good zip, but is sacrificing a bit on the command as he gussies it up there in a hurry. Righty sets at the belt and the 3-1 offering. Late swing and a miss from Bumpus, and the count runs full. Bryce, the throwback stirrup sock look. Blue stirrups, white sanitaries underneath. Big deep breath and the payoff. High fly ball driven in the... Tremendous glove work by a guy who has played at UC Health Stadium many a times, and formerly for the longtime Freedom owner, Clint Brown. Knew how to play it with that wall jetting out towards the stripe. Tremendous sliding catch for out number 1 to bring up Cesar Trejo.
Fired up for checking his bat, huh?
Man, you can't understate how good of a play that was. Sliding into the wall, having to keep his glove up so the ball didn't pop out. What a play.
Now it's Trejo in the box, swinging away and sending one straight back to the screen. That fastball at 92 on the radar gun.
They told me we're not going to call him out.
Trejo can turn around your best fastball.
I just give it back to him. I said it's an illegal
He did
bat.
that in the 5th facing Hamilton.
Whatever, I don't care. Like, I did that just to give our pitcher a little rest.
Now the 0-1. Breaking ball, a towering fly that's going to land foul. Trejo 1 for 3 with that 2-run blast. Swinging away at an outside breaking ball. It'll be strike 3. They'll have to finish the put out at first as the ball got in the turf, but they do so easily. And Trejo is out number 2. E.P. Reese next in line.
Florence has not had a base runner since Trejo reached back in the 5th. That was on a home run.
First pitch, chasing a high fastball and swinging through it for an early strike. Reese has had his best night at the plate for the Freedom. 2 singles, a stolen base, a 2 for 3 night. Now the 0-1. About hit him. Count evens up at 1. The 1-1 on the way. Way upstairs for ball 2. The pitcher Bryce, 27 years of age. Just celebrated a birthday this week. Fastball in on the hands, broken bat, flare into left, and Nick King coming in, makes the catch. That'll be a quick moving 1-2-3 bottom half of the 8th, but the Freedom are 3 outs away from win number 18 on the season. And they'll ask the right-hander Joe Doherty to find them when we come back to UC Health Stadium on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Score is 8-6. Freedom in front of the Legends as we go to the 9th. And here to carry you through the final 9th inning, my partner, Paul Fritschner.
Well, thank you, Aaron. 3 more outs for Florence to get here in the 9th as Doherty comes on to protect a 2-run lead in what has come close here in the last couple of innings. Lexington 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. They have not rolled over, fought hard, and have climbed back within 2, and it's the top of the order. So an exciting final 3 outs to get for the Florence Freedom in front of 898 paying individuals that are anxiously awaiting Fireworks Friday and the post-game concert that is about to get fired up down the first base line. It's Eric Young Jr., Ivan DeJesus Jr., and Nick Akins to the plate here in the 9th against Doherty. Doherty, the tall righty. Starts off EY with a fastball down the middle for strike 1. Doherty at 6'3", 215 out of Valparaiso. Native of the Frontier League, Schaumburg Boomers. EY choking up on that bat a few inches. The 0-1, high fly ball to right field. A.J. Bumpus back toward the wall and then short of the warning track. He makes the catch for the first out. Precipitous looking first out, but an out nonetheless.
Yeah, off the bat, I think everybody in Florence's heart stopped. Looked to jump off the barrel of Eric Young Jr.'s wood bat, but Park held it. Bumpus got to the spot. Doherty filing away the outs. He has definitely looked the part of a closer. And a terrific find for the Schaumburg Boomers. 1 pick ahead of the Freedom, who planned to take this guy in the Frontier League tryout camp and draft just last season.
It's DeJesus at the plate, who has reached every time up. He takes the first pitch outside for a ball. He has set up Nick Akins perfectly over the last couple of games. Akins on deck. Most dangerous hitter in this lineup this week, without a doubt. The 1-0 pitch outside. Doherty doesn't look like he wants anything to do with DeJesus, who has walked 3 times, scored twice. One of those runs scored was after a single in the first.
What are you doing? Why are we afraid of this guy?
2 balls, no strikes. And a fastball low and away. Now it's 3-0, and you can hear Dennis Pelfrey asking, why are we afraid of him?
Yeah, you don't want to put a guy on base for the guy waiting on deck, and Nick Akins. We've seen his power all week long.
His pedigree would say you should respect him, but here this week, a couple of singles, and there's a 4-pitch walk again to set up Akins.
Continuing the trend of having guys on base when this guy comes in the box. You really want to attack Ivan DeJesus Jr. there, so if you get him out, even if Akins goes yard, it's a 1-run lead. But now, you've got to keep him in the ballpark, and that has proven quite difficult the last 3 or so nights. But this is a great matchup that we saw on Friday or on Thursday in the finale with the Yalls and the Legends, and Doherty won the battle.
First pitch to Akins. Low and away. Akins a home run tonight. 2-run shot in the first and a single that was off the wall in the 7th after we thought it would be a home run. But it came up just short. Here's the 1-0. He was taking a home run hack, but he didn't make contact. Counts even at 1. Doherty, 9 1/3 innings. Now 9 2/3. ERA coming into this outing at 2.89. Looking for his 4th save. 15 strikeouts to only 2 walks. Akins, a ground ball to the left side. Nick coming through again.
Yeah, he is, but you'll take that. A little station-to-station single. He continues to have a monster series. But you're more than obliged to look for those final 2 outs facing other opposition. Not to diminish what Matt Winokur has done himself in this series. I mean, he's homered tonight. He's got an RBI single, 2 RBIs in total. Also worked a walk, but on base 3 times. Double last night, and I think even Winokur had 3 or 4 hits on Friday. So
Matt Winokur with 2 men on. First pitch at 82 outside.
It's a good pitch, yeah, babe.
Would be Bivens, I believe, in line for the loss as of right now. And then Doherty here for his 4th save. Here comes the 1-0 to Winokur. And that one nearly hit him. But it was a foul ball. That one looked like it was coming in on his hands, but it hit the bat and went to the backstop. Counts even at 1.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we did not attack him. Like, I don't. I do too. So I don't. Are they just afraid of the name? Is that what it is?
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Winokur down the third base line. That is a fair ball all the way down into the corner. 1 run is going to score. Akins held up at third, and it's a single for Matt Winokur to drive in a run, and now Lexington is within a run.
Kept it fair just inside the stripe. Shooting the bullet to the backside. It's a great piece of hitting. Winokur is absolutely a threat in the middle of this batting order. He's hit 3 or 4 all week long as the Legends have been here in Florence.
Yeah, you're good.
And he proves why right there. But for Joe Doherty, that's a break. Akins held up at third base, so you still have the 1-run advantage. You need just 2 more outs. This is where you got to get tough. Adversity striking at UC Health Stadium.
It's Chris Proctor at the plate with 2 in scoring position. The infield is in. The lefty Proctor at the plate with an open stance. Fouls the first pitch off. Doherty starting him off with a fastball, and Proctor fouling it to the screen. Proctor tonight, a couple of strikeouts, a line out to first, and a single. But the biggest spot of the night No doubt about it. Tying run 90 feet away. Go ahead run on second with 1 out in the top of the 9th. The 0-1. Proctor fouls it off.
The game of inches, baby. Inches away from Massey for a double play. Inches from a fair ball, foul ball. Makes it exciting.
That's Dennis Pelfrey on the live mic, the manager of your Florence Freedom. Talking about the excitement level that is built up here at UC Health Stadium tonight. Paul Fritchner, Aaron Brody bringing you the broadcasts of the Florence Freedom and the Lexington Legends. In a tense affair, the 0-2 popped up, shallow right center field. Coming on is A.J. Bumpus. He is sprinting in, and he makes the catch. The throw home is cut off, and there's 2 outs.
We've got drama. Mile-high fly ball, and Bumpus had to run a mile to catch up to it. He got to the spot and caught it with a leap and came up firing home, but Akins, not the fleetest of foot, held up at third base, and now you have your ball game right here. John Sansone in the box. A little power on power with 2 outs and a 1-run game.
John Sansone, he's due, as they say, 0 for 4 tonight. And the first pitch outside for ball 1. Couple of pop outs, a couple of balls that he just got under. A strikeout and a fly out to left to go along with them. Here's the 1-0 from Doherty off the third base side of the rubber. A swing and a miss at 92 miles an hour. A ball and a strike with 2 down in the 9th. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at second. Infield playing back now at their normal depth. The 1-1. Upstairs, ball 2. Didn't get the call.
I don't mind the walk here, to be honest with you.
First base is open. Nick King waiting on deck, does have a home run tonight. The 2-1 from Doherty. Comes set, the pitch. Outside, ball 3.
A little surprised to see Doherty go to the slider on back-to-back pitches. In an even 1-1 count. He was late on the 92-mile-an-hour cheddar, and now you have to kind of come back with the fastball here.
Now the 3-1. Popped up foul. And here we go.
Stay with it.
Buckle up, folks. The biggest pitch of the night on the way. Another 8-7 ball game.
No matter where it's at.
Florence won 8-7 a couple of nights ago. Can they do it again? 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sansone waits. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Tough as nails is Joe Doherty. And he gets John Sansone to strike out swinging. And this game is over. Florence does win it. 8-7. Lexington strands 2 men in scoring position. Doherty gets his 5th save of the season. And Florence again wins a series, as Lexington has yet to win a game here at UC Health Stadium. Only the Las Leyendas with a victory here this season. It's Florence 8, Lexington 7. As the Lexington Legends fall, the Florence Freedom escape. It was close in the end, but the Freedom get it done. 8-7. We'll be back to wrap it all up quickly before the fireworks show on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Mount St. Joseph University, we inspire students to think beyond the classroom and redraw the bounds of what's possible for their future. Students are prepared for what it takes to succeed in their careers and in life. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from the Mount are employed, going to grad school, or volunteering within 6 months of graduating. This reflects the career certainty that comes from an education at the Mount. Connect with us today by visiting msj.edu.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Rohr Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Rohr at Rohr Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Rohr Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to rohrins.com. Call Alvin Rohr. Call the Rohr Agency today.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Here for the Florence Freedom post-game show after a thrilling 8-7 victory in front of 898 fans. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. I'm Paul Fritchner. That's Aaron Brody. Florence gets it done tonight on a rockin' Saturday. 8-7 your final score. Florence, 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second, 1 in the third after allowing 3 runs in the top of the first. But it was the 5th inning for the Freedom that proved to be the difference. Ivan DeJesus Jr., the former major leaguer at first base, committed an error with 2 outs, and all 5 runs scored after those 2 outs, all 5 unearned runs charged to Spencer Bivens, who came on in relief for the Lexington Legends. A tough scene for him because he was pitching well out of the bullpen, and we'll get into that right now. A abbreviated post-game show for you, as we have fireworks coming up imminently. But the main storyline to start the game was Lexington's 3 runs in the top of the first inning, Aaron. Nick Akins making the Freedom pitching staff pay again. A 2-run shot in the top of the first. DeJesus Jr. scoring. Akins a 2-run shot. Then Winokur a solo shot, back-to-back homers.
Yeah, and some early adversity for Chile. Like a new guy, he's made the transition from being a position player and a standout position player in college to being a pitcher now in the pro game. And you're not going to make that transition overnight, but he's looked tremendous. His ERA was microscopic coming into the start, 1.62, I believe. And boom, just like that, you see the power. You're slapped in the face a little bit, and we talked about it in the pregame show. Last night we saw the Freedom get off the mats, but could they do it on back-to-back days? And you know the target is only getting bigger on the back of Florence clubs, especially as it pertains to games played here, because the Lexington Legends still haven't won one here yet. So it's hard to play with all that pressure. It's hard to play with all that big of a target on your back, and the Legends did exactly what they would have wanted to do in this game. Come out, make an early statement, threaten the gaps, threaten the fences with home runs, with power, and they did all of that. But again, this Freedom batting order can be relentless. It's a gauntlet 1 through 9. You get 3 runs in the first inning, that's great, but we've got 9 at-bats to find 3 runs, and I think we all knew that Florence was not going to have a difficult time overcoming a 3-run deficit, but they still had to prove it, and ultimately they were able to scratch and claw their way to a 3-run lead themselves about 4 innings later.
And the biggest thing for Florence was that Jackson Owens settled down. He only, over the next 4 innings, allowed 1 hit over his next 18 batters that he faced. Lexington went 1 for 16 with 2 walks over the next 4 innings, and that turned the tide of momentum. Pitching for Lexington, though, the starter, Clinton Holland, he only threw 10, battled with the loss in this game, which was too bad because he pitched admirably in relief. He allowed 7 runs, but Aaron, 5 of those runs unearned. in that 5th inning. 4.2 innings for Spencer Bivens. Hamilton in relief, 2 1/3. He gave up 2 hits, no runs, and he struck out 3 batters. Carl Bryce to finish the night for the Lexington Legends. He threw an inning, struck out 1. Some pretty good pitching in the back half of the game to set Lexington up with a chance to rally, but they just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, really, if you look at it, it was that 5-run 5th inning, and the Freedom were done scoring after that. So you got to take your cap off to Lexington. Their pitching staff did what Florence pitching staff was able to do early in the game. Stop the bleeding and give your offense time to rally and make a late charge. And on one hand, Lexington did that, right? There was drama in the 9th inning. They scratched across a couple of runs. In fact, they scored the last 3 unanswered, but the Freedom with that 5-run haymaker had created enough breathing room that wasn't going to be enough, and ultimately Joe Doherty able to slam the door. But no, you're right. It's little things to build off of for the Lexington Legends in a pursuit of a victory here at UC Health Stadium. The bullpen answered the bell today.
And not only was the scoring done for Florence after that bottom of the 5th inning, the base running was done as well. Florence did not reach base after Cesar Trejo's 2-out home run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Florence went down consecutively from there on out, and that opened the door for Lexington, who tacked on 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and then 1 in the 9th. But they had 2 men in scoring position against Joe Doherty, who slammed the door with 2 outs to earn his 5th save of the season. Pitched himself into an adrenaline rush of a situation, but he was able to get out of it with a strikeout of John Sansone. The 10th strikeout for Florence pitching tonight, the first for Doherty, and the biggest out of the game, without a doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. The late charge, the rally momentum had kind of been with Lexington for the last couple of innings as they scratched and clawed their way back into this one, and Doherty had to get tough. It's not easy to be out there on the mound when the other team's having success and you're watching that advantage you had start to wither into absolutely nothing. 2 guys on in scoring position, and you got to get a good hitter out. But Doherty with that 92-mile-an-hour fastball trusted it and got the K.
Yep, and for Florence to wrap things up, pitching-wise, Harrison Merck, Matt Taronis, Darian Fleming, and Joe Doherty all out of the bullpen. 1 inning apiece for all of them. Taronis allowing 3 hits after Merck did not allow a hit in the 6th. Taronis in the 7th, 3 hits. He did allow a couple of runs, a walk and 2 strikeouts. Darian Fleming through 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. No walks or strikeouts for him. Doherty, 1 inning in the 9th, 2 hits, a run, a walk, and a strikeout. But he got the out that he needed at the end as Lexington was looking to get over the hump, get their first win here at UC Health Stadium. The Legends, that is. Los Leyendas do have 1 win, but the Legends still winless. And Aaron, how impressive is it again that Florence, after digging themselves into an early hole, come back and get it done?
Yeah, you know, Chad Rhodes has used the phrase, and I've stolen it about 1,000 times already this season, but the Freedom kind of playing with their food right now. I think they're kind of, obviously they're not trying to fall behind in ball games, but maybe just as easy as it's been for them at times, especially here at home. It's almost like they've needed that punch to the face or that other team to show some life so they have something to get amped up and fired up about. But my closing comment tonight will be for the pitcher, Jackson Owens. You already kind of touched on it, but very impressive. You allow 3 runs in the first inning. You're getting hit in the face over and over, seeing the power from the Lexington Legends. But to finish on the roll that he did, 1 hit over his next 4 innings, he gets his first win of the Battle of the Bourbon Trail tonight, finally going 5 innings. He had been brilliant all season, worthy of more wins, but he was getting pulled after 4. Tonight he goes 5, just had the 1 miscue, or mishap I should say, in the first inning. But it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And Jackson Owens was resourceful. He stayed within himself. He continued to attack. He continued to battle. And the Freedom offense knew that those 3 runs he gave up were going to be all he gave up, and that allowed that offense to get hot behind him.
It's a rockin' Saturday here with fireworks just on their way, so we'll close things out here. Florence, 8 runs on 7 hits, did not commit an error. They left 3 men on base, 2 in scoring position. Lexington, 7 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 men on base, Aaron, and 4 of them in scoring position. Big number there to keep an eye on. Jackson Owens, the winning pitcher. Spencer Bivens, the losing pitcher. Joe Doherty comes in and slams the door for his 5th save of the season. This game was played in 2 hours and 52 minutes on an 82-degree Saturday evening in front of 898 fans here at UC Health Stadium that have stuck around and are ready for a fun Saturday night. For Aaron Brody, I'm Paul Fritchner. We hope you have a fun Saturday night, and we hope you join us tomorrow for the conclusion of this weekend series between the Florence Freedom and the Lexington Legends. First pitch is set for 3:05 with the broadcast starting for both of us at 2:50. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon from the UC Health Stadium press box on the Florence Freedom